Welcome everyone. Look, it's great to have you here and for a major announcement by the football club and by Bankwest. And John Sutton, the Managing Director of Bankwest, is with me today, and it gives me great pleasure to announce that Bankwest are coming on board as a sponsor in 2011 and will be a co-major sponsor of the football club in 2012 onwards. And I'd just like to hand over to John to say a few words.
Well, thanks very much, Trevor. It's really an exciting announcement for Bankwest, and since I've taken over the role of Managing Director a couple of years ago, it's been my long-term aim to get on the front of the jumper here at the West Coast, and the reason for that is it's such an iconic brand, West Coast. It's got a huge fan base, and the piece that particularly appeals to me is the fact it's got a massive fan base in regional Western Australia as well. So if you bring our iconic brand together, Bankwest, 115 years old, got 88 points of representation right across WA. It fits really neatly. And I've got to say, all the staff are excited, the directors are really excited as well, and we look forward to a really long relationship with the West Coast Eagles. And for me, it's looking pretty good. It's a young team that's on the up, 2 from 2. Big test this week against the Swans, but I'm looking forward to seeing the Eagles get up for their 3rd win. Yeah, look, it's a minimum for 4, but I'm coming to this with being a long-term partner. When you look at the West Coast Eagles, they've only had a handful of sponsors over a number of years, and to get on the front of a jumper of such an iconic brand here in Western Australia and to join up with Bankwest, we're here for the long term. So while I'm here, it's going to be a lot longer than 4 years.
As you say, co-sponsor, what happens to Hungry Jack's SGA?
Well, Hungry Jack's will be stepping down. It's not something we took lightly, and when we went to Hungry Jack's, it was a great deal of discussion. We're hopeful that we can negotiate with Hungry Jack's in the near future that they continue with the club as they have in the past as a premier sponsor, but that'll certainly be in the hands of Jack Cowan and Hungry Jack's, and for them to make a decision on that.
It's pretty competitive for sponsorship dollars. Western Force, Glory, Wildcats. Why AFL and why the Eagles?
For me, it's about the depth and breadth that the supporter base that the Eagles has. Trevor was telling me over 55,000 members, and then if you multiply that even more, there are lots of members interstate. We're also a business that's on the East Coast. For me particularly, it's also about regional Western Australia. We have lots of points of representation in regional WA, and I know that the Eagles has a big supporter base there. And the fact of the matter is, you've got a name. It's West Coast Eagles. We're a bank that is predominantly West Australian focused. We've been around for 115 years, and that resonates really strongly with myself and the Bankwest brand.
Can we ask a footy question? Bo Waters.
John's going to answer this one.
No, I'm not.
Who's he playing in his spot, do you reckon?
Busher warned me about you.
Yeah.
But he said, don't give anything away.
Answer the Channel 10 question then. There's Bo Waters.
Bo Waters. Yeah, look, Bo's heading to Sydney today, and we'll have an operation tomorrow. So we won't know the extent of the injury until the surgeon has a look inside. It sounds a bit gory, but that's the situation, and we've got our fingers crossed for Bo because he's had enough injury over his time, and hopefully he'll be able to get back before the end of the season, and we're really positive about him having the operation and getting ready for the latter part of the season.
Still hold out hope then?
Absolutely, yeah.